free throw line.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
The Jazz shooting their first free throw tonight.
There you go.
And first time out of the game. The Jazz, number one.
They are tenacious when it comes to attacking.
Three-point play chance here. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And what a season he's had at the foul line thus far. 86-point
play.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And when he's gotten himself to the line this season, he's come through right around 74% of the time.
Got it, gentlemen. True shot. True shot.
Free throw good, Miles. And the Pelicans making a change here. And Miles drops them both.
Beats the buzzer to end the quarter.
Terrific shot there. I mean, he was calm, he was poised, didn't rush it at all. You got to tip your hat to him. That was well done.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Utah out in front, running away with this one. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jed Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. From the get-go, it was Utah that came out strong. Their exceptional focus and all-around execution immediately triggered a 15-4 run at the start. They came on extremely strong as the quarter was winding down, nailing all 6 of their last field goal attempts to close out the first. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. And Kenny, what you see out there from the Jazz?
Their ability to get into the paint and get to the rim has been deadly, constantly attacking the basket. It was clearly their intention right from the start to pound it inside as much as possible. And I don't see them straying from that strategy in the second half. It's going to be another paint-based attack.
Shaq, how do you think New Orleans played?
Well, when you look at the opponent field goal percentage, that tells the whole story. They gave up way too many good looks. When they come out of the break, they got to play way tougher, Ernie. Get those hands up. Get in your opponent's face. Do something.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
And all of a sudden, you can see the confidence overflowing offensively.
Getting everything to drop at an ideal time. I mean, they're poised for a terrific crunch time run here.
The Jazz have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department.
And the only way you do that, you got to score yourself. Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game. And that one misses. He shot well from the line tonight, going 4 for 5.
Miles at the line for 2.
First free throw is good. And Miles drops them both. It could be a three-point play.
It's been said often that good defense leads to offense, and that's what we're seeing here with all these points off turnovers.
And guys, one thing to force turnovers, but also important that you make the teams pay when you're able to create those.
Free throw line.
And that's how you take the steal and turn it into a transition opportunity.
I think that's the perfect time to do it, Greg. I mean, those few seconds after the turnover, strike right away because the defense has no chance to get organized.
Number 11, shooting 1.
On the free throw, no good.
Jazz.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite
Yeah.
honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And just bulldozing their way through this season series. The victory here.
This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And now we'll head over to the studio with Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
And Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Let's take a look at our Jordan player of the game. An absolutely astounding and historic night for him here in this game. He was simply unstoppable in what can only be described as a masterful performance.
He was completely on a different level tonight, and his insane point total tells us that. Trust me, it's not easy to get that many points in this league, but he had their number tonight, and the coach did a great job of continuing running plays for him.
One thing that stood out to me was his contribution from deep. You know he can hit the three ball, but we saw him do a lot more damage than normal, and that really opened up the game.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.